Many of the friends have requested me to do a video on reading habits. A habit is something which comes to you naturally without any effort to execute that particular activity. And how it becomes a habit is because it is beneficial to us. If brushing the teeth in the morning is a habit, it has become a habit because it prevents tooth decay and future pain. If going on a walk is a habit because it promotes fitness. So it must be beneficial and it must be pleasurable, it must be sustainable. Now, reading as a habit is squarely back in the discussion table because the onslaught of the electronic and social media are diverting attention of young minds and also mature minds and the leadership minds from this essential activity which keeps them up to date about things that are required to do their jobs well and depending on their social and age related stature to cope with the life problems well. Electronic and social media may provide a quicker way of assimilating knowledge, but there is nothing which matches reading in terms of being able to pause and reflect, pause and relate, interpolate or intermingle your own life's experience to make learnings better. So, if reading is very important, how do we have it as a habit? Let us have a few tips which I have myself experienced and which many of my hardcore reader friends have told to be of great help. The first one is pick up a book that is exciting, but at the same time, abandon a book which is not exciting. If a particular book is not picking up to 10th page, that is, you have given 10 pages of reading or 15 pages of reading, and it is not attracting your attention, probably in the initial phases when you are inculcating a reading habit, it is time to throw it away and pick up another book. So, for this, another habit that is required to be inculcated is always keeping a book with you or a couple of books if it is possible. Make reading a habit is predicated upon availability of a book either on your Kindle or on your laptop or on your tablet. Keep a couple of books of different varieties ready because depending on your mood, depending on your interest at a particular time, depending on the references that you have to make, you will have to pick up that book. Third thing that is important is making time for reading a book. You have competing pressures for time for yourself, time for social activities, time for social media and television. It could be challenging till you have inculcated a fast reading habit, which is essential and it is necessary in order to sustain interest in reading. Even if you are doing fast reading, you must set aside time for reading. Finding a quiet place. Reading is something, as I told you, requires reflection, requires relating, requires recalling. And this cannot be generally done parallelly while listening to music or looking at TV or doing something else. Difficult to concentrate on reading, and it will only impair the reading as a pleasurable activity, as a learning activity, as a beneficial activity. Another tool is being part of a book club or reading a book either to a kid or to a friend. This activity of assimilating to teach someone or to narrate to someone else has been found to be a great help in making reading a habit. Last is price is sometimes a barrier. Books are very expensive these days. Of course, nothing compared to the other pleasurable activities that we do. For example, if you decide to read a book a month, it may cost you 5 to 600 rupees, which is probably nothing compared to if on a reasonable quality good shirt you need to spend more than $1,000. Spending a $500 on a good book and even less on a digital book should be easy. Reading is always essential, and reading maketh a man. Reading makes you distinguish between different knowledge sources. It improves your vocabulary. It improves your articulating capability. It also helps you in making a distinct footprint in whatever you do. So make reading a habit. Small tips, but definitely helpful in inculcating a reading habit either in yourself or in your children. Thank you very much.